Atlanta got out to a 22-point lead. First half, Josh Hart and the Knicks stormed back to tie it late in the third. Hart all 14 of his points in the second half, but Atlanta pulled away down the stretch. That's DeAndre Hunter with a key bucket. And the Hawks tonight beat the Knicks 116 to 100. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios from the Garden. Bill Pito along with the birthday boy, Wally Szczerbiak. Boy, the Knicks again, tremendous effort, and tonight simply just ran out of gas in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was a tough one. The Knicks were aggressive shooting the ball early, but those threes that have been falling for a lot of guys weren't falling tonight. They had to take a high volume of them. They got up 52, so the green light was definitely on for guys to take shots when they felt like they had an opportunity, but they just didn't make a high enough percentage. You're not going to win any games in the NBA shooting 38% from the floor and 30% from the three-point line. That's just not going to get it done.
Wally wishes he was in this game. The Knicks took 52 threes, second most in franchise history. Franchise marked 54 threes taken back in 22. 52 threes taken. Dante DiVincenzo by himself took 17 threes, went only 5 of 17 from downtown.
Listen, I love the aggressiveness, though. When the shot is there, take it with confidence, shoot yourself into a rhythm. He's a 40+% three-point shooter, so you got to think if he misses his first couple threes, they're going to start to fall. You have nights like this sometimes. I think this team could be a little bit fatigued. Sometimes when you don't have your legs as a jump shooter, you come up short a little bit, you start to guide that shot, and it seemed to me like the Knicks just couldn't find that stroke from deep. But overall, they're really undermanned. Let's not forget all the injuries. No Jalen Brunson, no Julius Randle's the two all-stars. It's not an effort thing. This team plays their heart out, no pun intended. Josh Hart being the leader of all those guys, how hard he plays. They just couldn't get it done tonight, and the Hawks played well. In order to beat the Knicks, you had to play well, and the Hawks did.
All right, so Atlanta goes up 22 in the first half. Knicks down by 11 at the half. Late third quarter, Knicks were able to tie it at 78. But a key sequence, and we'll talk about it. Atlanta hit the last 5 points of the third quarter to go up by 5 into the fourth quarter.
Those are big baskets. And I remember every coach I played for in the NBA, they always used to refer to the last 2 minutes of each quarter are very important to set the tone going into the next period. And this is an unbelievable third quarter where the Knicks really got themselves back into the basketball game. Great ball movement there leads to the open three by Dante DiVincenzo. Precious Achiuwa. He's got some serious moves in the post. An outstanding left-hand finisher for a right-handed guy. And how about Deuce McBride flying through the Garden air to throw that one down. Josh Hart running the point guard, the point forward, the point center, you name it. He was doing it all out there. He went on his own little run to help get the Knicks tied at one point. They were tied at 76, tied at 78. But you're right. I think those 5 points to close the quarter were key to set the tone for the fourth.
Look at minutes played. McBride, 45-38 after playing over 47 against Cleveland. Hart, 43 minutes played. His last 3 games, he sat out like 6 total minutes in 3 games.
I'll be honest, though, as a player, you want to play all 48. You really do. Like, when you're out there, you're lost in the game, you're competitive, you want to win. You never want to come out of a basketball game. You know you have to because it's a long marathon of a season, so you can't play 48 minutes every single night. But these guys, I think are relishing this opportunity because Tom Thibodeau knows how important these games are to win, and he knows the guys that he trusts to help him win basketball games. So those are the guys that are getting the bulk of the minutes and all the minutes.
All right, so Hawks up by 5 going into the fourth quarter, and then Atlanta dominated the fourth quarter. Wally outscoring the Knicks. Atlanta outscoring the Knicks in the fourth quarter, 33-22.
Yeah, and that's where the Knicks miss Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. When you don't have a guy in the fourth quarter when the defense is ratcheted up that can demand double teams and that can help guys get easier shots, it's really tough. Jericho Sims, I thought when he entered the game, he really helped the offense. Josh Hart, really confident with his three-point shot. He's been looking really good draining those threes. He drilled a couple big threes in that fourth quarter. But overall, this Hawks team, DeJounte Murray's been playing really good basketball since he's taken over the point guard role. And he was really good in that fourth quarter. And we can't forget Jalen Johnson. He was outstanding in this game. He was the best player on the floor tonight.
Points in the paint. Look at the domination by Atlanta. That's a big story. And again, the 3-ball shooting by the Knicks. 52 attempts, second most in franchise history, and they go only 16 of 52. Hawks win at 116 to 100. Let us now say hello to Alan Hahn and Monica McNutt. Alan, Monica, great to see you. Alan, your takeaway tonight.
The Knicks didn't have enough offense on the floor, and you have to have nights like we saw it in Cleveland where the defense is getting after it. You're winning the board battle, which they didn't do tonight, and you got to have somebody that gets hot, knocking down threes, and the Knicks really struggle with that, Monica. When you give a team a 22-point lead, you climb all the way back, it's going to take a lot out of you. I thought both teams were winded. I thought the Hawks looked tired, but the Hawks just had enough left in the tank as far as offense goes. And the Knicks really obviously missed Jalen Brunson.
Oh, absolutely, particularly in the fourth, where they had done all this work to make it a ball game, but then you get some questionable shots taken down the stretch, and it sort of takes the wind out of their sails. But you know, Han, in many ways, we had kind of seen this story before, guys, and that was even when this team was healthy. The Knicks' lowest first-quarter scoring output this season was 12 versus the New Orleans Pelicans, who also happened to be a big athletic team like what we saw from the Hawks, and they struggled today.
Yeah, it's true. The Hawks have a lot of length. They threw that at the Knicks as well. The Hawks have not played well. I mean,
Correct.
they have not been a good basketball team, but they were making their shots early on, Wally. They got into a rhythm early on, but I still feel like this game was right there to be had late third quarter. When the Knicks tied it, they tied it once. They couldn't get a good shot. Then they tie it a second time. They give up 5 points in the final minute of the third quarter. It just felt like that was the opportunity there. If you could take a lead into the fourth quarter, this place was going crazy. You might have had a chance, but they couldn't close that quarter with the lead. Well,
yeah, well, according to you, they might have gotten winded in the second half, but in that first quarter, they were flying around the court. They were aggressive offensively. They were executing their offense perfectly, and they had the Knicks' heads spinning. And conversely, the Knicks dug themselves that 22-point hole early on in the game. They expended a lot of energy to get themselves back into the game. And in an NBA game, when you expend that much energy, the line always was, they made our run, now we make ours. And I think that's probably what the Hawks were saying in their huddle. They're saying, okay, Knicks came back. We know they're a good team. You know they're at home. You know they're going to compete. You know they're going to make this a game. Now it's our turn to go right back at them, make our run at them in the fourth quarter, and put this game away. And that's how the Hawks got this victory.
Interesting here, guys. Alan, Precious Achiuwa, in the games that Randall and Anunoby have missed, averaging about 38 minutes of playing time. Tonight played only 23 minutes, but did score 15 points.
Yeah, and I thought actually early on he did have good energy. It felt like what Tom Thibodeau was doing, Monica, is needed offense, needed shot makers, needed people to spread the floor, and Bojan Bogdanovic does that. So they had him playing there. And he had a hard time defensively in this game. And the Hawks were trying to attack him. And Jalen Johnson was really good. But I feel like the Achiuwa minutes were affected mainly because you had to play catch-up and you needed another score out there on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, for a stretch there, guys, he went 6 of 6 from the field at one point. He finished 7 of 8 from the field in totality. One thing you can't ever really deny with Precious is that he's going to come on the floor and play with a tremendous amount of energy. Now, sometimes he's in the right spot, sometimes he might not be, but tonight I thought the spurts and the bursts that he gave were hugely important, and he was able to mix it up on the glass as well. He had 6 rebounds in a category that the Knicks took an L in tonight, and so you understand the offense-defense thing because the offense was a super struggle bus, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, the rebounding, though, really stands out, doesn't it? The fact that the Knicks never really get out-rebounded.
Right.
They got dominated, especially in the first half. We're getting dominated on the glass.
The rebounding and the free throws, y'all, and to me, that speaks to the physicality that the Hawks were able to play with, and the Knicks just couldn't match. How often do the Knicks get doubled up at the free throw line?
Yeah, and the points in the paint also, but only I think it's 40 points in the paint. And that's not typical of the Knicks either, but it's because, again, it's also an indication of 52 three-point attempts. Ooh. That's a number that a lot of us will look at with our eyes wide. Only Wally will look at it hungrily, as if, can I get some of those threes? I'm sure, Wally, you love seeing them go up, but the more important part
Wally wants to come back as Dante DiVincenzo in his next life.
The green light, the neon green light for Wally Ball.
All of a sudden, remember Allen always wanted the Knicks to shoot more threes, so all of a sudden he's putting it on me that they're shooting too many threes. No, you got to take the shots you think you can make, and right now, without Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, you can't break down the defense like you need to. You can't get dribble penetration where you're getting the team into rotations to get good looks at the basket and good shots. So you have to settle for threes over the top. A lot of those threes were contested. A lot of those threes were quick in the shot clock, which is fine. You take the first available shot, especially when you don't have a guy that's going to demand double teams and be able to go one-on-one. So I think the Knicks had a great game plan. I thought they played hard, but unfortunately they didn't get a high enough quality of shots and they didn't make enough shots.
All right, Deuce McBride tonight, guys. We mentioned the minutes, over 45 minutes. Didn't shoot well, 4 out of 15. Totally was the number here, Alan, total numbers in terms of his shooting, but he was just tenacious, especially given his effort on DeJounte Murray on the defensive end of the floor.
Can we just take a moment? The baseline dunk. He gets around DeJounte Murray, and he brought the house down with that dunk. We watching him grow right before our eyes. And before I let you go,
wait a minute, you need
I'm
the
gonna
whole
let you finish.
sequence. You need the whole sequence,
no, I know.
not just the dunk.
I just wanted to point out, he had 1 turnover in the 40 whatever minutes he played. So the kid's growing right before our eyes.
Yeah, listen,
take it away, Mom.
The dunk is a highlight, but it's 3 consecutive plays, y'all, at a moment when the Knicks were trying with everything they had. He draws 2 offensive fouls, or fouls against the bigs of the Hawks, trying to blow
Fighting
up
through
screens,
screens,
trying to play strong defense, and then he slices in that beautiful, energetic dunk. His growth, y'all, is going to be so important, even as this team gets healthy. There was a moment tonight where I was like, when this team gets healthy, these guys are going to be like, wow, this is so much easier. Right?
When they don't have to play 48 minutes.
When I don't have to play 48 minutes and attack 3 different guys and make a crazy pass across the baseline.
Hey.
But for Deuce, there were so many questions about whether he could do it in terms of being the backup. And I think that he is answering those questions very profoundly.
Yeah, and I mean, you said he drew 2 in that. 5 offensive fouls that he drew in this game, and all of it from just his work ethic, his just fighting through it. And again, look, the frustration is the loss. The frustration is the fact that they couldn't muster enough offense with no Jalen Brunson in the lineup and still waiting for Julius Randle and OG Anunoby to come back. That's a ton of offense that will come back into this lineup. But with a loss, what does Tom Thibodeau always say? You win or you learn.
Yeah.
Well, you learn from a game like this, and you can learn from what you're getting from players positively and also negatively. Okay, what he can't do, but what he can do. And we're learning that about Deuce McBride, all the little things that he can do. But I'll tell you right now, that highlight, we won't remember that they lost the game, but that highlight's going to live a long time.
And I need the 2 highlights put together, because in Cleveland, 6'11" Evan Mobley, timber, the in and out crossover.
The crossover.
Ooh, that was, and then the dunk. So make sure y'all run that together as we celebrate this season.
Yeah, no, it's all things you got to be able to take from a game, and that's what you want to take from this game. But what you also have to keep in mind, guys, there's 20 to go. We're at the quarter pole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some winning time now. They've got to start stacking some wins, but the most important thing, got to get healthy first. Very important.
McBride has basically played 2 full games now back-to-back. He's committed 1 turnover. Alan and Monica, we thank you very much. Just let the record show that the birthday boys' most threes taken in a game, 9. Tonight, you had you had Hart take 7, DiVincenzo 17, McBride 10, and Bogdanovich 11 threes taken.
And Alec Burks 7 in 11 minutes.
Right. And the most you ever took was 9.
That is awesome. I love it.